Welcome to lesson 2.1. In this lesson, we're going to look at variables and constants, but in the setting of paying taxes. So everyone has to pay taxes. We have things called total income, adjusted gross income, taxable income. All right, so as you're reading this, you want to make sure you look at those keywords. So taxable income is what your tax is actually calculated on. We're given this scenario: married couple, no kids, filing jointly. Together they make $93,000 and no other income. So for number one, you're just going to use that information to fill in these boxes. All right, wages is $93,000. They don't have any other income. And then they can't claim each other, but they're filing jointly, so they can deduct $20,300. And then we subtract them, so we get $72,700. And for number two, we need to look at this table and figure out which row does $72,700 fall under. Well, I see two $72,700s. It says but less than, so then it can't be that first one. It has to be that second row that has a tax of $10,001. So the tax they're going to owe is $10,001. So that's one way. Just look at the table, that's your tax. The other way is the tax rate information. So you'd find out which tax bracket do they belong in. So they're below that 73, so they're going to belong in that bracket. So then, right, you see marginal tax bracket, so every income is charged a different tax rate. And these people are going to start with $1,815 plus 15% of their other taxes. So $1,815 plus, it was 15% of whatever else. So make that a decimal. And we're going to start with $72,700, but subtract $18,150 because it says over that amount. So minus $18,150. Now, when I figure out all that, that'll be how much tax they owe. So the numbers are not identical, 99975, and that 15% was not applied to their whole income. It was just applied to what was over the 18,150. So to find the actual tax rate, effective tax rate, average tax rate, we would take that amount and divide it by 72,700. So about 13.75. So 13.75 is what I got. So the rest of the questions are going to be more questions about taxes. What happens if they get a bonus? So now it pushes them to the next tax bracket. What happens then? Do they end up with more or less take-home pay or the same? So I'll let you work on that question, and then you can always come back to class notebook and I'll have the answer. So we talked about expressions. We've talked about equations, variables, all of that. And we've talked about combining like terms a little bit, distributing. So we have some more videos for you to review that if you need to, but I'll go ahead and work through these and give you some explanations on them. All right, so we have this expression.